Good morning students, welcome back. So today again with a new topic we are back. It's if and unless. Now what is this students? You must have used this word if many a times. What does it mean? When we use if, obviously I'm sure you know that if and unless both are used to introduce conditional sentences. Means it is kind of a condition. If I'll do this, I will get that. If you do this, you get that, right? We use when the conditions are applied, if and unless, right? So we are going to learn how to make the sentences using this if and not, right students? So we cannot use just like that. So there are three basic rules to apply this conditional to apply if and unless on the conditions. So we'll look at it. The very first rule is students that if in the sentence the word if or not is given, okay, we use unless only. If plus not, if you find in the sentence the word if and not, then we use unless in the answer. How to replace it? Let's have a look at it. If you do not study, it's a condition, right? You're putting a condition that if you do not study, you will fail. Now understand the meaning students, that it is very self-explanatory that if you do not study, you fail. But here what you have to notice is students, you can see I have highlighted the word if plus not. And now do not. Now you can also use contraction. So if the contraction is used, you don't have to get worried, okay, or you do not have to get confused. Don't is used, that means not is there, okay, so you have to consider that not. So I have given that in bracket also, so you are clear about it. If you do not study, you will fail. So how we will change when we want to change it into the sentence using unless? So let's look at it. Unless you study, you will fail. Means if you do not study, you will fail. Same meaning students. If plus not is replaced with the word unless. Okay. So this is how your sentence will change without changing the meaning. Now next rule is, student, rule number 2 is that if the sentence only has the word if, there is no negative word not, okay, then what we will do? Okay, so we'll change the sentence with the word not in unless. When we want to change the sentence with the word unless, we will add the word not. So the meaning doesn't change, student. How? Let's look at it. If you work hard, you will succeed. This is a positive sentence, positive statement. So unless you work hard, you will not succeed. We will change in the latter half. In the next sentence, we will add the word not. You will not. With the verb, we are changing. With the verb, we are going to use this word. Okay, with the auxiliary verb, will not succeed in the next sentence. Will not will become won't. And the third rule is, if in the sentence you find if, not and not, then we'll change it into unless plus not. Okay students, so here if you do not means don't study well, you will not succeed in exam. Okay, see I have taken a kind of a similar example so you can understand it better. There are three if and not, two not are used, right? So if you do not study well, right, in the first sentence with the verb do we have used not, and in the next sentence also with the verb we are using not. Okay, the not word will come immediately after the auxiliary verb, that you need to remember. Okay, fine. So the sentence will change it this way: unless you study well, you will not succeed in exam. Will not will change into won't. Okay students, so there are three rules and this is how we will do it. Let's take the examples. Fair book exercise will begin with. If she does not means doesn't weep, she will die. Now if plus not, so this is student the rule 1. You need to remember this way. You will first identify the word if, where it is, and then not. Okay, so in the first sentence if you have if and after the auxiliary verb the word not, then it is your rule number 1. So how we will change? We will add unless only in the answer. Unless she weeps, she will die. Okay, great. Let's look at the next one. If you respect others, you will get respect in return. Now only if is used. There is no word, negative word is not there. You can see not even in the first, not even in the second sentence. Okay, not even. So if you respect others, you will get respect in return. Very positive sentence, right? So this is your rule number 2. So we'll change it into what, students? The rule says we'll add not with unless. Unless you respect others, and in the next sentence after the auxiliary verb we will add the word not. You will not get respect in return. Okay, will not will become won't. Okay, great. Next sentence. If it does not stop raining, does not will change into doesn't. If it does not stop raining, I shall not go out. Okay, now as you can see, after does there is not, then after shall that is not. If not, not. So this is your rule number 3. Okay, so how we will change it? Unless it stops raining. Now we are removing the, you need to also understand this, students. If you are removing the word does, see in the first sentence also we have removed the word does, so weep become weeps. Here we are removing the word does, so stop becomes stops. Okay, you need to remember this. Until it stops raining, I shall not go out. Okay, students, we'll just add unless plus not in the rule number 3. Great. So this is clear to you. Let's look at the fourth one. If you give it to me, I'll give the gold ring. Only if. So this is rule number 2. Unless you give it to me, I will not give the gold ring. Unless will begin with, and in the next sentence after the word will, we will add helping verb, we will add not. So will not will become won't. Next sentence. If he does not come to me, does not is doesn't, right? I shall not go to his house. Rule number 3. Now if not, not. So we'll change it to unless he comes to me, I shall not go to his house. Okay, great. Let's look at the next one. If you do not will become don't. If you do not get up early in the morning, you will miss the extra class. So the answer will, this is rule number 1, because if plus not is used, so we'll add only, if it will have only unless. So unless you get up early in the morning, you will miss the extra class. Next one. If you finish your work little early, you can attend the lecture. No negative word, only if. So this is your rule number 2. See, simple. If you remember the rules now, it will be very easy for you to do the answers. Make the answers on your own. Unless you finish your work little early, you cannot. In the second sentence, we'll add not. After the word can, your modal verb can is there. So cannot, and cannot becomes can't. Can't. Okay, so can't attend the lecture. Unless you finish your work little early, you can't attend the lecture. Next one. If you do not work hard, do not will change into don't. Okay. So if plus not. So this is your rule number 1. If you do not work hard, you will fail. So answer is unless you work hard, you will fail. Okay, next one. If we walk fast, we shall get the train. Again, only if. So this is your rule number 2. We'll change it into unless we walk fast, we shall not get the train. Okay, students. Now, 10th one. Unless you are contented, satisfied, you can't enjoy your life. Unless plus not. Now here we have taken the different way. See, I have interchanged, like I have given you the sentence of unless first, and then you now need to change into if. In case if the question changes, like if you are given unless, then you need to know how to change it into rewrite the sentence using if. That is very important. So that's why I have taken one example like that. Unless you are contented, you cannot enjoy your life. Unless plus not. So which one is this, students? Rule number 2. You have to make it in positive, complete. So if you are contented, you can enjoy your life. You'll remove the word not from the second sentence. Okay. Alright. So if you are contented, you can enjoy your life is your answer. Here we complete our fair book exercise for unless if. You practice, remember the rules, and you'll be good to go, students. Okay. Take care and have a very good day. Here we complete our annual course and will soon begin with the revision. Okay. Practice.